Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer again for a lovely Sunday. Okay, now I said in my message that I've just put up, do not email me. What? That's right. First news off the bat today, please do not email me. I have gone into my email this morning and for some reason, my email is back to the 13th of March with all the new emails I got that day. What? So I opened some of them up and I thought, I remember writing back to that person. And so I went to the sent box. There's nothing there from the 13th of March. So I got onto my phone and I've emailed myself. So I like being transparent. So when I go into my sent box, here's my email to myself from Lynda for Lynda, right? Hello. And I haven't received it. Where did it go? And most importantly, who got it? Where'd it go? Where's all my emails gone from the last 12 days? 13 days of emails have simply vanished. Now, I will tell you, I did not get onto my email yesterday morning, okay? I did not have a chance yesterday. Hello, I need a day off every now and again, right? I haven't had many days off since the beginning of the year because I work every day. But I didn't get on yesterday, and it's weird that my email is just simply not there. So at this point, guys, I'm going to say, please do not email me because I have no way of accessing it at this point until tomorrow when I make some phone calls to my server. Okay, people. So please, you can't contact me unless it's here. All right. I may have to go out and make a new Gmail address or something, but I'm going to sort it out tomorrow because today it's Sunday. Hello, my daughter's here. We must do things together today. Okay. All right. So now that I've just said that, do not email me. Okay. Okay. So Michael Haynes, I have not received your photo. Okay. I was about 2 days behind emails when I got in there. My server may have crashed because I'm getting so many emails. So one thing I am going to do later is to delete a lot I'm actually at 53% of my server. So I shouldn't have a problem with too many emails in the inbox, okay? But for some reason I can't reply to you, Michael, because I haven't got your photo. Please do not email me at this point until I get it sorted out. Okay. Hello, Vicky Light. Joy Joe, hello, going down. Hello from the USA. Okay, Dr. Lynda, paging Dr. Lynda, please come to reception. Oh, I love it. Hello, Dr. Lynda Cramer. Are you there? Knock, knock. Is this thing on? Okay, because that's where I'm at today. That's why, if you've noticed last week, I had my Spaceballs, the t-shirt on because I'm making a mockery of what's happening. Now I'm in the bat cave, so look. I can't. I'm uncontactable. I'm uncontactable. So please don't email me. Okay, but that doesn't mean that today we can't have some fun. Anyway, I've got all my tarot cards out. I've got some cool development and especially something that my daughter did just last night. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much for the responses to my email. It was perfect. Well, thank you so much that I could actually get to your email because today's message is don't contact Lynda. Okay? Alrighty. Good morning, the weird. My phone is stuck at -1 degrees day and night. It just doesn't change. That's weird things are going on. Shay, you're in Brisbane. Hello, I'm in Brisbane too. So let's just go there. We've got all these world banks that are starting to crash. Deutsche Bank in Germany. It had just had a 13% drop. That's massive when you're talking trillions and trillions of dollars. You know? So 10% of a trillion is a billion, right? So do the math there. So, a couple of $1 billion that bank just lost. There's all this banking issues going on. Internet's playing up. I hope my internet's back good now because, hello, I did sort out my internet. They sent me this lovely survey. How did we go? 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, because it was a 3.5-year battle to get my internet back on. Don't ask, guys, because, hello, don't even email me because I can't get your emails today. Oh, it's all fun. It's all fun. Okay. What happened to Rumble Video Re 378? Lenora P, great question. I will tell you that video regarding the MH370 that I'm going to put out, it is still on the works, and hopefully now this week I'm going to get it out there because obviously my email is crashed. So later today, after this, today I will be doing a little quick video just for those who get my notifications. Do not contact me. Warning, warning, warning. Doctor's down. Doctor's down. Don't go there. Okay, so my MH370, I actually received some more. Now that I'm making inquiries, I'm actually finding out more information about what possibly happened. I believe this is true. So I can't talk about it on here, so it's going to be on Rumble. Okay? All righty. Thank you so much, everybody. Wisconsin. Julie. Hello, Wisconsin. Okay. Do you have to pay to watch videos on Rumble? Shay Resetta? No, you don't. It's all free. It's just like here. Okay? So what I'll do, first of all, because you can still access Rumble, I'm just going to go over, okay, to Rumble. Oh, my gosh. What a day, what a day. I'll tell you, guys, because I don't like being unreliable. I don't like being late. And I certainly don't like being anyone who says, oh, yeah, do this, and then you can't. So it goes against my integrity. It goes against my values. And most of all, it goes against my morals. So, this is pretty yucking me out today. Okay, I'm just going to say it like that. So for anyone that's wanting to go over to my Rumble, here you go. I've got 2 videos there at this point. There's my Rumble channel. Okay, all right, so let's get straight into it. I'm wearing the Batman shirt today because my internet is down. My email, is down. Do not email me. Okay, yeah, for some reason it's showing that my email is from the 13th of March. So I've lost 13 days of emails. All right, Sharon Green, yikes. Yes, you are. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, something's happened there. Okay, oh, great, just love you. Am I having a dog in the future, Marika? Okay, because Sharon Green, she's saying that everyone deserves a dog. I can see you with a pet. And if it is a dog, it's going to be a small dog. Okay, it's not a big dog, if that makes sense for you. Okay, love to hear your thoughts, if any, on CIA gateway process. Shh. I'm just going to write this down. Colonia Plum. Okay, I'm going to write this down. And I don't like saying those 3-letter agencies, so I always do it in code. Canaries in Aviaries. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Carrots in Airways or something like that. Okay. So it's gateway process. Okay. Thank you. I'm writing this one down because I do want to get some more things on Rumble that we can't talk about with things on YouTube, if you know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm going to start with MH370. As a psychic, you can't get sued if you're saying it's a psychic vision. Okay. Do you guys know that there has never been one successful lawsuit brought against a psychic? True. Now, let me clarify that. First of all, there's two parts of this. The information of a psychic is always viewed as entertainment purposes only. The reason being is because they know that we know that they know that we know, right? They know that psychic ability is not always 100% accurate. Therefore, it cannot be regulated. Boom. That's why you can't ensure a psychic's interpretation of future, past, or loved ones' events. Okay? It can't happen because it's not stable. Okay? Hence, entertainment purposes only. However, psychics have been sued because people have felt in their perception that they have been defrauded. Okay? So if I say to somebody, hey, ring me up and pay me $3,000 for a psychic reading, okay? You pay your $3,000, you come to me and I say, I'm not getting any information on you. Bye. But where's my money? So I always, whenever I would pay, if I paid, I would always offer refunds if you're not satisfied. Okay? Easy breezy. There's a lot of people out there who don't offer refunds due to the fact that any information that they get cannot be regulated, i.e. it's not it can't be ascertained as to what comes through. So let me just say you might come to me for a psychic reading. You say, I want to connect with my dad. Doesn't mean your dad's going to come through because that's just your ego, right? So what happens here is it may be your cousin Joey that comes through. And he's there, hi, how you going? Right? Like Joey Cipriani of Friends. But ultimately, that person gets a bit irate. But I don't want Joey. Can you throw him back into that vortex and pull out my mum? It doesn't happen like that, okay? So we have to take our ego out of the equation whenever we do psychic readings, correct? Okay, so I hope that is something there that gives you some sort of insight. Now, speaking of psychic readings, I always like talking about John Edward, okay? Edward is his middle name. It's actually John Edward McGee, okay, the third. So he dropped the McGee and just calls himself John Edward. So John Edward had this show on TV. It was called Crossing Over. And on this show, he would probably have, I'm just going to turn up my volume too, by the way. He probably had 200 people sitting, or let's just say 100. So now we can say it's 100%. So it's an average, right? He would have 100 people in his audience. And he'd be there and he'd get a lady in the, someone would come through for her. Someone would come up for that lady up the top there. This gentleman in the third row, he'd get a reading. Hang on. That's only 3 people out of 100. But they've all gone there to talk to a loved one. So as soon as John Edward puts out that, hello, I'm here. Who wants to come through and talk to me? I'll pass on your messages to your loved ones. Why does only 3 out of 100 turn up? Because that's basically the average. Oh, it's actually about 5 in 100 will turn up. So that's 95 times where you want to connect with your loved one, like your mother or your ex-boyfriend who died or whatever. Sorry if I'm being insensitive here because I'm a very sensitive empath. But they don't turn up. And we must remember here, it's their decision whether they do so or not. If we've got to look at ourselves in that instance and say, what is it about me and my ego? What is it that I want to get an answer to today? Because I ask people all the time, why do you want to talk to your mum who died 3 or 4 years ago? Oh, I'm about to start a new job. I want to know if she approves. Of course she's going to approve because she understands now in heaven that your life is your choice of what you decide. So as long as you make that free will decision, she's never going to interrupt and say, don't do it, unless she's signed up to be one of your spirit guides, okay? Some people ring me up and they say, oh, well, I want my mum's advice whether to date this guy or not. Well, if you've got to ask someone else on how you're feeling about someone else, I don't think you've got your act together to even be in a relationship in the first place. I'm sorry. But if you've got to rely on someone else, like your dead mother or whatever, to tell you what to do in this relationship, sort yourself out first. Read the back half of my book, 5 Years in Heaven, and sort yourself out so then you know how much you're worth and you know the boundaries and the idiosyncrasies, models, and behaviors that you're going to tolerate in someone who comes into your life. We never need anyone else to tell us what or who to do. Okay? And that's the simple truth here. Okay? So, I was talking to a lady the other day on Skype, and she said something like, what are the first, top 5 reasons why people come to you as a psychic? First one is always love. Am I going to find my partner? And I'll go back to that one in a minute. The second one is money. And the third one is generally geography. Should I move? Should I change my job? Okay, so it's a geographical question. So let's go to the first one. Will I find love? Okay. So as I say, guys, whenever I do psychic readings, I always have to say a warning. Okay. The warning is you might I'll just say, I don't know, Deborah. Okay. Lady Deborah. She comes to me today and she says, where's my boyfriend? I've been single for 6 years. I want a boyfriend. Okay. So I concentrate on the universe like I do. And I see this man standing at a bar. And he's 6'2", black hair, and he's got a bright red shirt on. And I say, wow, I can see this connection to this man. You're going to meet him in 2 weeks' time. But does that mean that that guy is her future boyfriend? No, it doesn't. Because that man is that connection. It may mean that she's got to go there and say, hey, hi, how you going? Okay. But ultimately, he may be the connection she needs to meet her real partner. So she may be there sitting there talking to this guy with the red shirt on. And 10 minutes later, he says, oh, look, I've got to go. My cousin Dave's coming over to pick me up. And there's the connection. She's supposed to be with her cousin Dave. But she doesn't even look at Dave because I told her to look out for this guy 6'2" with the black hair, red shirt. So she said, goo goo gaga 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 over this guy. But she's missing that opportunity with who she's supposed to be with. See how it all works with connections, okay? Everything is connected. We talk about 6 degrees of separation. Just the other night, because, hello, I do deserve downtime, I was watching Elvis because, hello, I've just interviewed Billy Stanley. So 6 degrees of separation. I know Billy Stanley now, who's Elvis Presley's stepbrother, and here I am watching a movie about the life of Elvis. So I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, this is really sweet, okay? 6 degrees of separation. We all know everybody on the planet. You name any person on the planet, and within 6, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a girl who knows a girl who knew that person. It's 6 degrees of separation, and it works, okay? And it's the same with psychic abilities. It's like we go from A to B, and down to C, and then we get to the part where we've got to be at. Okay, so psychic abilities, I hope that that's given you a little bit of development there in how we get our psychic information. Okay, all righty. Toby says, thank you so much for your time. How do you know who is real? Sharon Green. How do you know who is real? Well, I'm just going to go there, Sharon Green. How do you know who is real? I don't know. I have people coming to my door and I say, come in. So they're at the screen and I open the door because they've knocked. Okay, this is an example, right? This has happened. This has happened in this house a few times. I hear a knock at my door. So I've got glass panels on my door so I can see through, and there's someone standing there. So I open the door and I've got a screen door that's locked, right? And I say, hey, how you going? They say, oh, yeah, here, can I please come in? Or whatever, right? And it's like, oh, yeah, hi, yeah, come on in. So as I turn around to open the door, I turn back. They're not there. So I'm in the front yard and I can see my whole front yard. It's about 40 feet. So in that blink of an eye, turning back, and it's like, where, what? Who, what? Where did they go? So just the other day, I was talking to this person. We were doing a phone reading. So I bought one of these little stands so I can put my phone in there, right? So I've got this little phone stand and I had it set up here next to my desk. So the person on the phone, they would see me and they saw me like this. I took a photo. So here's me talking to them on the screen, right? As I'm talking to this person, I heard this huge scream coming from my doorway. And it was like, ah! So it sort of scared me a bit. And I turned around and I looked back at this person I was doing a reading for. And I said, did you just hear that? And they said, no, I didn't hear it. But I saw the figure walk past your doorway behind you. I said, what? They said, yeah, a big black shadow just walked past the doorway, because that's my bathroom door over there, right through the doorway. They walked past the doorway. So you can see that this is my door here, okay? I said, are you serious? Someone just walked past. I'm home alone. Tash was at school, and it's not Mary. She's not 6 foot tall. I know she's a fat cat, but she's not 6 foot tall yet. Hello. And this person, they said, do you want to go? You know? And I went, no, it's all good. I'm here alone. How's that? So I hope that who do you know who is real? There's some people on this planet, and, you know, I've looked at these face masks that they've got now. You don't know who's who. You really don't. I saw this guy, just an average, like 18-year-old guy, and he put on this old woman suit thing, and it comes right down. It's got the neck, so it goes like this, and you'd swear it was an 80-year-old woman. And then, it takes him a few minutes to get out of this thing because it's really tight. And it's this 18-year-old kid. So what a way to rob a bank. I'm not putting any thoughts into anybody's head, right? But that's the first thing that went through my head. How, it was an old woman. She was in her 80s. This kid's 18-year-old walking around free. How would you know? Okay. It's the Rat Girl, and they are doing well. Thank you for all your prayers, Leanne. Thank you so much. Please, no, guys, I'm going to repeat it a few times today. Do not email me. My email has crashed and burned, okay? My email is down, okay? My email is down, so please do not email me, okay? Okay. All right. Purple Tattoo says, hi, Linda and everyone. I am a new subscriber. Hello, Purple Tattoo. Can you tell me who is my spirit guide? Oh, Purple Tattoo. I do see spirit guides, okay? But the problem is my email is down today. You've picked a really good week. So today I'm not getting emails. I may have to start a new email account, okay? So be patient, because now that you're a subscriber, I'm going to try and sort out my emails tomorrow, which is Monday, because I'm on Sunday here in Brisbane. And I'm going to do an email where I say, this is my new email. Start writing to this one, okay? Because I'm going to get away from Vistaprint. This could be me actually getting rid of my website. You know, websites aren't cheap. And there's not that much on my website. I had a look the other day and I don't get that much traffic to it. So I'm actually thinking about scrapping it. So this may be the necessity that I need to say out the door with it. You know, my it's up for renewal in about, actually it's in about a week. My renewal is up. So I'm actually thinking about not renewing it. I'll keep it for another year. Yeah, all right. She just said keep it for another year. So I will renew my website, but please know you can use my custom form submission. So if you go to my website, but please, guys, do not inundate me with emails. I cannot stress this because the email, I've got a website. Let me explain this. It's called www.lindaray.info, right? When you go to that website, there is a contact me page. When you do this little form submission and you press send, it actually goes to a different email that is for my personal use. It's all my business accounts, my electronic receipts for things that I purchase. It's where I get government emails, taxation emails. So I cannot, and I cannot stress it enough, I cannot get inundated with emails to that, okay? All right, so I'm just going to say right now, please don't email me today. So I'm going to do an email when I sort out my email. Hopefully it's just a glitch in the system and it comes back online tomorrow. But I'm going to do an email where I either say, if you want to see a spirit guide, this is the process. If you want my books, here's the process, okay? Because everything I do is free. And I can't stress that enough. Okay. All right, so let's just go down. I've got a few more things here to answer. Okay, hello, Susan Lisa. Okay, Leanne, I was born 11/11/66. Hello, I'm a 5/3/66 myself. At 11:30 p.m. and what a journey. I was wondering if you can tell me of my guide. All right, so Leanne, again, I do not do spirit guides without a photo. I read photos, okay? So here we go. Here's one of the things that I do, which is something you can do too, okay? Let's go into a story. Let me just have a glass of water first. Okay. I was out at a cemetery, Goodness Cemetery. I've got to go back out there too. Now that it's getting cooler at night, I should organise a night where we go out to Goodness Cemetery. It's really haunted, and they've also got the asylum people there from the old Goodner Asylum Mental Health Institute. All right, so anyway, I was out there one night, okay, and I said to everyone, we'll meet in the car park at 6. So I got there at about 20 to 6, and there was already some people there. And I went up to the group. There was about 8 or so there. And I said, look, I don't want to do any protections until we're all here at 6. I don't know how many's coming. I'm expecting about 15, 20. So let's just be patient. So someone said, can you please have a look at my cat? No, can you please have a look at my boyfriend and tell me if it's going to work out? So I said, look, I can't read his photo for him, but I can tell you what's going to happen with you with this person because it's your reading, right? So as I'm doing this reading, someone's hearing me and they say, oh, can you read photos? And I went, yes. So they come up with a photo about somebody else. So now I've got a queue of all these people holding their phones, right? So as I'm going down this queue and I say, oh, yeah, this person died of cancer, or this person's got that, this person's that. This guy's got his phone, and I'll show you. So it's like this. And I said, you're about to show me a photo of a black cat. And he says, how did you know I was about to show you a photo of a black cat? Everyone's jaws dropped and they said, Linda, how did you know there was a black cat on that phone? We're all talking about people and you've just said you're about to show me a photo of a black cat. And I said, because I read photos. I can see the photo before he even showed it to me because it's like by location. here's his phone, but I could actually see what was on the screen without him having to show it to me. We all can have this opportunity. You know, the best thing is, guys, get yourself 3 cards. I'll just use my tarot cards because, hello, today's tarot. Get yourself 3 cards. Now, one of these is a 9, one is a 6, and the other is a Knight. So which one's the Knight? Which one of these cards is a Knight picture? So you get yourself like, you know, in a normal deck of cards where you've got your black and your red suits, you know, your spades and your clubs are black and hearts and diamonds are red, right? So you get like 2 black hearts, two black aces, and then you get the red ace. So you do it like this, and then you say, well, okay, which one's the red ace? Start developing it, okay? This is how we develop psychic abilities, all right? So let me just do this for real, okay? Oh, I'm just going to, okay, so there's one. All right, let's just have a little game here, okay? We're just going to have a little game. I'll just go through here until I get a few of each, okay? Ooh, there's a king. Oh, my God, there's a 2. All right, we're just going to have a little game here, guys. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One of my favorite cards in the deck. Yes. It's the Ace of Cups, by the way. Okay. Oh, God, what have I just done here? Okay, those 2 are the ones I need. Okay, I'm going to show you the cards. Here we go. Let's play a little game. So I've got the Queen of Wands. Isn't she a gorgeous card, by the way? I've got the Queen of Cups. That's freaky. I just had 3 cards. I'm serious. I just had 3 cards. Where'd the Ace of Cups go? Oh, my God, it's back in the deck. I don't know how that happened because I kept it out. Okay, so I've got 2 queens, and then I've got the Ace of Cups. Okay, let's do it live, right? So now I'm just shuffling them around. Whoops, I'm shuffling around so you don't see which ones are which. Okay. All right. Which one is the Ace of Cups? Left, middle, right. Don't answer the question on here. Oh, Lenora just said left. Okay, so that means it's that one. Okay. Left, middle, or right? We're looking for the ace. Well, I'll tell you, the one on the left is a queen. And the one on the right is a queen. It was the one in the middle. So this is a game that we can play. Okay? Even just get yourself 3 pieces of paper that you can't see through, and you write letters on them like Q, Q, and R or something. And you put the pieces of paper down, so it's a really cheap version of playing this game if you haven't got cards. And all you got to do is just find the R. Okay, now I'm just putting these cards back into my deck so you can see that I'm putting them in there all over the shop. Okay, look, there's the ace. It's going back into my deck. All right, so while I'm holding these, let's do a card of tarot. Oh, yes, we're finally getting it. Okay. All right, so Sharon Green, first of all. I urge everyone to read Lynda's books. They are invaluable. Oh, thank you so much, Paranormal Experience. Please do not email me today for my books, okay? It's disgusting. My email's down. Don't email me. Please don't email me, okay? Sharon Green, she says, do spirits hang out at the cemetery? I would think there is no energy to feed off. Think I'm still confused on ghosts. Who wants to be here? Okay, Sharon Green. I'm going to go there first of all. Ghosts, actually, they can stay here of their own free will. Look at the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze. He knew he died. He knew he wanted to solve his own murder. And he knew that he wanted to protect Demi Moore, who played Molly, right? So that was 3 very strong connections why he should have stayed on this realm, okay? But then we have the ghosts who don't know they're dead. They do not get a choice in the matter, okay? They stay around because they think they're still going to work, they're still getting paid, they're still married. And this is the movie that I love talking about, Bruce Willis in I See Dead People, the kid with the little kid, the medium kid, right? Bruce Willis, Sixth Sense or Fifth Sense, whatever it's called, he doesn't know he's dead. He's wondering why his wife doesn't talk to him every day. He goes into his office and he's doing all this work in there still because his energetic connection to his work and the energetic connection that he has to his wife is so strong that he can't leave it under psychological reasons. So in my book, Ghosts Explain, I talk about those psychological reasons why ghosts stay here. And the biggest one is amnesia. Now, I just watched a movie. It's on Netflix, so let me just go there. It was perfect, except for the fact that she wasn't dead. It was Reese Witherspoon. Okay, let me just go into her movies. Okay, on Netflix. Here we go. This will bring it down a little bit. Is it called Just Like Heaven? Yeah, Just Like Heaven. Okay, Just Like Heaven with Reese Witherspoon. We don't know what happened to her, but she's in this accident, and it's like 3 months later, a guy moves into her apartment. Instantly, he starts seeing her. She just walks into the room. What are you doing? Why are you putting your bottle on the table without a coaster? Don't you know how to clean up? Who are you? Why are you in my place? Because she doesn't remember the accident. She doesn't remember that she's now in hospital having an out-of-body experience, okay, or a near-death experience, okay, because she's not dead yet, right? She's still on life support. But the whole thing is this movie sums it up so well. So if you do have Netflix, and it's not gory, guys. It's actually a really good little, Reese Witherspoon. Look at Legally Blonde. There's nothing bad in her movies at all. That Alabama one that she did, Sweet Home Alabama, I love that. They're feel-good movies. So it's not a gory or upsetting movie at all. And I will give a spoiler alert. At the end, she wakes up and they live happily ever after. The guy in it is actually Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk in the Marvel movies. So added bonus there. Okay. All right. So I hope that explains. Okay. So do spirits hang out at the cemetery? Yes, they do. Now, the thing that we have to differentiate here, what is a ghost? They're the ones who stay earthbound. What are spirits? They're the ones who go to heaven. So we can't say, do spirits stay on this plane? Because that's a ghost, okay? And in my big wealth of experience here, because I've been thousands of hauntings, I've seen thousands of ghosts, I've seen thousands of spirits who tell me how they go. So my experience, training, and skills is based on their things that they've told me. So I've learned from their experiences, right? Because I talk to ghosts and spirits. Spirits go to heaven, okay? Can't tell you that enough. Spirits go to heaven. So they're the ones who pop in. It's a pop of energy, okay? John Edward, me, other mediums, we see spirits, okay, who go to heaven. The ones who hang out at cemeteries, like Ash, she's a ghost. She's standing beside her grave because that's where she knows her parents come and see her. So it's again another connection through energy, okay? It's connections or energetic or emotional connections, okay? If you love going down to the lake every day, guess where you'll haunt if you decide to stay earthbound? Bloody me, okay? Okay. So I hope that clarifies and educates you, okay? I have a book. It's on Lulu. So I'm just going to put in the website here, Lulu. So if you go to Lulu, I've got all my books on Lulu, guys. 1, 2, 3, lindaray.info. Oh, no. I'm not going to give that to you today. Lulu.com. Okay. So here's Lulu.com. And on there, search Dr. Lynda Cramer. If it comes up with a little link and it says these have delicate issues, please, not delicate issues, it's because I'm talking about death. Okay, so please just, hello, you can't have a ghost unless you died, right? So please click that little box, go in, and you'll see all my books there. So you can click on the book and read about it before you want to buy it. Okay, so there you go. There's my link to my books. Okay. All right, so let's just go back down here, and I know I've got to get a tarot card out. Okay, Tracy Bennett, hello, good morning. Good morning, and tribe. Hello, I'm house hunting for rentals. Will I find something soon? It's very draining. Tracy Bennett, my suggestion to you, darling girl, shh. The way, now this is for anybody right now who's thinking about getting a new property. Rental is so scarce that they want to see that you're going to be able to pay your future rent, right? Way around that is ask a friend, hey, can I borrow a couple of $1,000, transfer it into my account, let me take a photo of that much money in my bank account, and then I'll transfer it back. We've got to win this at their own game, okay? I hope you understood what I just said then. You know, I know somebody, she's got 18 grand in the bank. She got a house. First time she went out looking because she showed her bank account to the real estate. She said, I can afford this place. Bingo. And they went, oh, we're putting you through straight away. Okay? So please know that everybody's broke at this point. So if you can salvage some money from, hey, can you give me $500 for the night? Take a screenshot of your bank account so it shows your balance. They don't need to know the date. They don't need to know. But as long as it gets you into that house, and please be reasonable and don't go for things that are worth more than what you earn, right? You know, stay within your means. I always say a quarter of your income should be how much you pay in your rent, okay? So please be aware that, yeah, I know. She's laughing at me. Okay, my income at this point is $500 a week, and my rent is $400 a week. Oh, yeah, so here I am telling people to save within their 25%, right? Anyway, it's, oh, God. So think about ways that we can beat them at their own game, okay? We've got to think strategically here. So, Tracy, I hope that's answered you. Okay, hello, lovely. Hello, Renee. Do you see a relocation for me in the next few months? Actually, Renee, I've been telling you that for a few months now, and it is coming closer and closer, Renee. Okay? Wherever you are now, and please know, guys, I know sort of Renee's situation. Where you are now is not where you look. Okay? There you go. Okay. Cristiano Rover, do I have spirit guide? Oh, that we all have one or more. Okay. Do I have a spirit guide, and what do they think of me? What do you see about me? Okay. I only do readings with photos when it's like this. Okay. If it was a yes or no question, do you see me moving? Yes or no. I get those ones. Okay. That's like any other psychic out there will tell you those. But I'm not going to do private readings on a public format. Never. However, today I must go there. My email has crashed. So please be patient. You are a subscriber now because you had to be a subscriber to comment. So please stay subscribed to me for the next few days. Turn on your notifications because I'm going to do an email probably tomorrow regarding email. If I can't get my email back, I'll be creating a new email and asking people to email me there, okay? So what I want in emails, but don't do it, guys, okay? I can't stress, don't do it today. I need a photo and I need some questions so I can relate and connect to that photo, okay? So it's not that I don't want to answer, but I will answer. Do I have a spirit guide? Yes, we all do. I'm one of the few on the planet who actually sees spirit guides. Fun. If you want my book on spirit guides and how to connect with yours and how to see your own, if you go to the big yellow blob, which is Dr. Lynda Cramer in the comments, that's my Lulu link where you can search out my name and go and have a look at my spirit guide book. Okay? So All right, let me go there. I was telling someone the other day, he said, can you please tell me my spirit guide? And I said, yes, I see you with this thing, right? Wow. I see some really cool spirit guides, okay? I just had a flash of all these spirit guides coming in. Okay, so he said, is it always the same one? And I said, well, our life paths are multifaceted, okay? We have one spirit guide for the whole duration, but then we can have spirit guides that is just here for just what we have to go through today. So imagine today I want to go to the beach, and while I'm at the beach, I see a young kid drowning. So in will come a spirit guide of, say, a lion with courage, who will give me that strength as well as the courage to dive into the water and save that kid. Thank you so much, that lion spirit guide, right? The next day we get a phone call and it's the media, and they say, hey, we're having a big conference. We want you to come down. We're going to record you. You're getting a Medal of Bravery. So you go down there the next day and you're having this anxiety attack. Oh my God, there's 3,000 people here. Look at all the microphones. They want me to stand up on a podium and say a speech about how I saved this kid. So enter Elvis Presley, someone like that, who gives us that confidence and the words to say when we get on stage. Thank you very much. Okay? So our spirit guides can change every day. All right? But we do have the ones that are with us forever. Do I see the ones that stay with us forever or just the ones for today? Well, they don't generally tell me that, because your life path is no concern for me, right? But these are the ones who come through on the day. So I do need a photo, but please don't email me yet. I'll do a video tomorrow, okay? So please turn on your notifications. In about this time in 24 hours, say 25 hours, 26 hours. So by 26 hours from now, which will be about 11 a.m. tomorrow, Monday, let me just make sure. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's free for me. Thank goodness I have a free day tomorrow. But now I have to sort out my internet, yeah? Okay, and I also have to go down to my post office box because I haven't had a chance to go down there before. Okay, so I hope that explains. Spirit guides, we all have them. The reason why we don't see them is because we're on our path. You know when you're learning to ride a bike and you've got your trainer wheels on and there'll be some adult standing behind you and you're all wobbly, but you're looking into the future so you can't see them there. They're holding on. That's our spirit guide. Same sort of thing. And as we start pedaling, our spirit guide is the one to hold us steady. And if we fall over, they pick us up, put us back on the bike to give us that strength and encouragement and the courage and the confidence to keep going. That's our spirit guide, okay? So then when we're on that path, they're watching us from the back of us so we don't see them. But it's when we fall off the bike that they come in and say, hey, you're off your path now. Let's pick you up and just get you back on track. Okay, so that's what spirit guides do. Okay, all right, what should I do to move forward in fixing my sciatica? Oh, manifestations of the light. I hope that you've watched my videos on how to heal yourself. Okay, I will tell you just what happened just this morning. I generally sleep alone. I've got a queen size bed. And my daughter's 16-year-old, this morning, she decided to come in and cuddle up next to me because it's a little bit cool here this morning. Great. I went back to sleep. I woke up and my neck's been put out. I slept funny. For those of you who don't know, I've got a broken neck. Okay, I should be a quadriplegic. So I woke up with this, oh my God, and I'm like, ouch, ouch, ouch. It's going all down through my front. It's going all down through my sides. And I'm sitting there trying to do my neck rolls and my other therapy that I got through massage and, all the, so many appointments with doctors over the years. So anyway, I'm doing my exercises and my neck rolls. And I thought, this isn't my pain. This isn't me. I do not have a broken neck, even though it is broken. I do not have a broken neck. I will not feel the pain of this broken neck. I do not give this pain credit. I do not give it authority. I do not give it consent or permission to be on me today. I do not have a pain in my neck. So I went outside, made a coffee, doing some rolls. Now that could have fixed it, right? But it was pretty intense. You know, a day at physio would have probably helped. But I made a coffee and it's still burning across here. And I thought, oh my God, what do I do? Then I get online and my email's not working. It's like, maybe this is a sign from the universe to not sit down for a while, knowing that I've got to sit down for 2 hours when I do my live. So I went outside and I'm fixing up the yard, doing some stuff. And instantly I realized there's no pain. It's gone. So it went from pretty excruciating, where I thought I'd need an ambulance, but within 5 minutes it was all gone. What was that about? You know, I do my neck rolls every day, and it doesn't usually fix huge things like that. But today, when I told it to neck off, it actually worked. So when we have pains, issues, illnesses, injuries, if you don't want it, tell it to neck off. I don't give you the right to stay on me. Neck off. I'm healthy. I am fit. I am strong. I don't need you. Neck off. Go away. It works. Because if we go into neuroscience here, neuroscience, it actually says that our brain regenerates itself constantly. Through the synaptic network within our neuroplasticity, it creates routines and habits. So if we've got an injury, so every day we're limping, we're creating that as a habit. So we'll limp for a long time, even when that injury has cured itself. Okay? Look at footballers. Classic example. I remember back in the 80s, Minicello. There was two brothers, Minicello, Anthony and Mark. Mark Anthony. That's right, they were called Mark and Anthony. Okay? Anthony Minicello was the big famous one. He was in all the big sports teams here in Australia. Okay? But his brother Mark, he fell over one time and he hurt himself. So that was the end of his career. His body physically healed, but his brain told him, you're still injured, so he could no longer play. He was always scared that he was going to have another tumble. He was always scared that someone was going to knock him out again. So he ended up leaving football. He only survived in it about another year or two, whereas his brother went on with a huge 15-year career because he never sustained that same sort of injury. So it's true, guys. We create our future based on what we've done in our past. 98% of what I do today will be a repeat of what I've done in my past. 8:30 in the morning, here I am doing a live. Before that, I washed my hair. I had breakfast, which I've done every other day. When I get off here, I'm going to turn off this big white light. I do that every other day. So it's nothing new. Everything I do, 98% of what I do today will be the same as what I've done in the past. So when we look at habits, routines, addictions, when we look at trying to move forward, we must accept those things that we've done in the past. Wow, I always turn off that light after I finish my live. Maybe I'll leave it on for another half hour today, just to create a different routine to open up that synaptic network of my brain where it starts accepting new things. Okay? If you religiously come home from work and the first thing you do is you walk to the letterbox and see if you've got mail, change the routine. walk inside, have a drink of water, and then say, geez, I wonder if I got mail in the letterbox. I'll go check it. Because that's our way of telling our synaptic network we're starting to create new routines for our future. So it might have a little moment of anxiety where, oh, but there might be a letter in there. But that's where you break that limited belief and say, well, I'm already home. No one's going to come and steal it in the next 15 minutes. I'm just going to create this new habit. So whenever you get that anxiety of breaking a routine, you always attack it. Will this hurt me really? No, but we've survived doing what we did in the past. But we've now got to make this new routine in our future. And the more we say to ourselves, I'm happy, I'm free, I am free falling. Oh, there you go, a little bit of Tom Petty for the morning. Okay? If I'm happy, but you're not really happy, Lynda. No, but that was yesterday. I'm going to start being happy now. So then your brain will say, you can't be happy today. You haven't been happy ever. That's why you're so depressed all the time. But you say, okay, I'm going to change that. I'm going to look at something I do want to do today. I like doing tarot cards. I'm going to go and play with my tarot cards. Or it might be, I like listening to that bird singing. So instead of sitting inside dwelling on the past, I'm going to go outside and actually listen to that bird singing. These little changes of our routine opens up those synaptic networks so then we can start new habits. And this is how we create health. This is how we create wealth. This is how we create our new tribe to come into us, because it's all energy. And as soon as we start creating that energy, changing those negative, what are the negative ones? Neurons, or are they protons? But as soon as we start changing them and within the atomic network within our cellular DNA structure, we start vibrating at a higher frequency. So the more we're gracious, thank you. Thank you so much. How many times do you guys say thank you in a day? I'm going to say thank you right now for being here. Thank you so much that my YouTube's working because my email isn't. Thank you so much that I've got a bottle of water. And thank you so much. I'm going to take some right now. Thank you so much for being patient with me because I'm now about to do some tarot. Thank you so much that it's not exactly a really hot day just yet, so I don't need the air conditioner on today. Thank you so much that my daughter's here with me today, because now we can do something later. So here I am projecting that graciousness into the future event of what me and my daughter can do later today. See how we do it? Okay? Try it. It works. Okay. Alrighty, let's just go. So I hope that explains it. Manifestations of the light. We can cure ourselves. Okay, got it. So photo is necessary. I see, didn't know that. Okay, and that's okay, Cristiano Rover. You know, you're a new subscriber. Hello, I've been around for a while. You know, there's people that have watched me, stalked me for a while now. So it's all good. I don't judge anybody, okay? But please know today, do not email me because my email's not working. Okay. All right, Dilla. Hi, Linda. My question got lost, I think. Yeah, like a lot of other people's emails, Dilla. I want to know when I will meet someone that I'm going to have a committed relationship with. Been a while since the last one. Thank you. And I love you. Thank you too. And that's another thing. Tell things that you love them. Like my mouse. Why do I love it? So you don't just say, I love you. How many times to our partners do we say, I love you? But then I put the why. I love you because. I love you, mouse, because you're red. I love you, mouse, because you've got a new battery and you're going to work for me for a while yet. I love you, mouse, because you've got this little thing on the top that dit. Okay? Try and make up 3 becauses. Whenever you say, I love you because. Okay? My tissue box is now empty. Oh, God, look, I went through another box of tissues this morning. But I love it. Why? Because it's got little kangaroos on there, and on the top it's got its little paws, the artwork, and it's got the little story on the back of who did the artwork. All right, so, yeah, So there she is, a little 16-year-old, did the artwork on my tissue box. Why else am I grateful? Because, hello, not only have I got the empty box, but now I've got the new one. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful that I've still got this great artwork of Australian kangaroos. Okay? Thank you so much for being cheap and nasty in Australia so I can afford them. See? The more we say thank you, the more we're creating this amazing energy around us where things work out. Okay? If things don't work out, that's where we say thank you again, because now we've got that opportunity to change. If my email doesn't work today, am I going to go cry and have a hissy fit? Go get to my emails. What's the point of that? Don't stress over things. We all stress when things go wrong, but I always say it's a great opportunity. So this could be me saying, okay, I don't really need that website. I'm going to save that money from that every year. I don't really use it. So maybe this is me saying ta-ta to that website. So now I can go somewhere else and get another, like a Gmail account or something that allows me to do more functionality within it. See what I mean? Always look for the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Thank you, Monty. What are they called? Life of Brian people, whoever they were. Okay, so I want to know if I will meet somebody. Oh, Tilla. The first person that you've got to meet, my darling girl, is you. Let's just do an exercise out of my book. Date yourself. Now, I think I've done that one before, so we won't do the date myself one. Okay. Let's just go into here. Let's just have a look at 267. This is my book, 5 Years in Heaven, right? And in the back, I teach us all how to be better people, more to be angelic. So when we do our life review, it's not a bad thing, right? The more good that we do, the better experiences we have up there, right? Yes. Now, 270, I talk about sleep. One of the videos that I do want to do this week is about sleep techniques. Remember I said at the beginning, my daughter came and slept with me. Oh, my God. She always puts my back out because she's such a big unit. Oh, God. Anyway, she gets into bed last night. Now, this one was actually in The Rock. If you know Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he did a movie and it's called Game Plan. And there's a scene where he's sitting on like his $6,000 lounge suite. And she's sitting next to him. And she says, I've got a pink dress. And my pink dress has pink bows. I wear my pink dress with the pink bows. Another dress I've got's purple, so I wear the purple dress with the purple bows. And then it goes over to Dwayne, it edits to Dwayne Johnson, and he's out like this because it's the repetition that puts us to sleep. So when I'm in bed with Tashi, she comes in this morning at some hour. I didn't look at the clock, but she woke me up. And she said, Mum, I'm having trouble sleep. And I said, well, use one of my sleep techniques, darling. And she says, I've got a pink dress. I wear the pink dress with the pink bows. And I have pink bows in my hair. So my hair with the pink bows looks pretty. I've got the same. And that's when I went to sleep. I didn't hear the rest of it because it already just, that repetition, zonked. Okay. So we have sleep techniques video coming out. So I'm just looking for a exercise. Oh, who are you? Okay, here we go. Who are you? So on page 282 in my book, I'm just doing a little excerpt now. I feel this is a great topic as it's helped a lot of people who I personally know. Who the heck are you? How well do you know yourself? Sit there and date yourself. Introduce yourself and ask questions to yourself. Okay, so I'm going to do an example with you now, guys. Let's do this. Who wants to do an example? Oh! Let's do a social experiment. How well do you know yourself? Let's go there. And then I'll do some tarot, right? How well do you know you? Question 1, day or night? Which one do you prefer, day or night? Question 2, what's your favourite colour? What's your favourite colour? What's your favorite number? What's your favorite animal? Now tell me whether you like cats or dogs. Because remember, favorite animal could be anything on the planet. Okay? Do you like mountains or water? Now, that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 questions. And from that 6 questions, I already know your personality. What? True. It's all true. Just from those 6 questions, I know your personality. So, day or night people? Day people are generally more social. They're the ones who like going out interacting. So, a great job for them would be one where they work in teams. Night people are the ones who reflect. They contemplate. They're our researchers. They analyze everything. So, these guys make really good creators. They're our artists. They're our scientists. They're our teachers, because they don't have to work in a team because they've got all the kids learning from them. So it's like an individual solo employment. Colour? Most boys, when they're young, they like blue. Most girls, when they're small, they like blue and pink and purple. So as we grow older and we become into our own unique beings, those colours actually should change because we're growing. So obviously, I say to people now who like 60-year-old women who still like purple or pink, that represents that childishness, that innocence and that youth of who they were when they were 5. So they may now struggle with dealing with life. They may have personal issues and get mental health disorders. If you like blue, if you're a male and you like blue, well, blue is actually a pretty strong colour. But it's okay to say, hey, my favourite colour is now purple. Okay? Because blue, it represents the same thing. It shows you that childishness of who you were with a child. So you still like being reliant. You like people looking after you, that sort of thing. Okay? I don't know too many girls out there, women, who like the colour purple, who are very independent, strong women. Okay? I'm independent. My favourite colour is red. Look how strong that colour is. Red Army of China is red. Valentine's and Christmas Day is red. That's why I like it. Okay? So remember, we always got to Google, what does this colour represent? Okay? That's our colour. Numbers. Think about even numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 364. They're our even numbers. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 7, 9, 27, 39, 261. They're they're odd numbers. Even numbered people generally like being inside the box. Now remember, this is all generalized. There are a lot of exceptions to the rule. And you probably, because you're watching my channel, you like being outside of that box, right? So people who generally like numbers that are odd, they are odd because they're outside the box people, okay? They're our researchers, conspiracy theorists. They're the ones who like doing what they do, whether they don't like that control of being told what to do. So that's generally people who are odd numbers. So what number did you say there? Okay, you don't have to tell me your answers. Okay, I don't want to know. This is all about you discovering who you are. Now, animal. If you said a cat or a dog, well, that's okay. But think about other animals: unicorns, dolphins, mermaids, butterflies, waterfalls. So what's your favorite? Oh, waterfalls aren't really animals, but sorry to say it, but you've got to look at what that represents, okay? My favorite animal, and I'll share that, is the Madagascan eye. This is a nocturnal animal that's most horribly, oh my God, I've got to show you because it's so cute. I love the Madagascan eye. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, okay, and it's not spelled E-I-E-Y-E, but I'm just going to, I, okay, it's actually, how do we spell it? A-Y-E-A-Y-E, okay, A-Y-E, A-Y-E. So this little guy is a primate from Madagascar. Oh, my God, it's the most horrible looking bloody creature on the planet. Look at this guy. Okay? But the thing that I love about it is that he's got this middle toe. Oh, my God, this is just like nightmare stuff. Look at him. This is the eye. But what he's got this middle finger that he extends out, and he uses this extension of his middle finger, and he gets it into the tree bark to get into the bark, and he gets out worms, grow animal, and find out the specific things of why you like being in with that animal. Cats and dogs. Now let's go there. Cat people are our independent. They like being in charge. They make great managers. They love being alone. So a lot of cat people are actually night people as well as being an odd-numbered person. So there's your connection between all three. Dog people, depending where you are in the pack, whether you're the runt at the back, which everyone relies on, or whether you're the alpha male in charge and controlling the group, dogs are very social. So dog people actually are inside the box. They're our even types that love working in corporations, teamwork, etc., because they're day people. They're very social, okay? Mountain people as opposed to water. If you're a mountain person, that means that you're generally a night person as well, because you love contemplating, looking out at that stillness to get your thoughts together. Water, it depends on whether you like a lake, beach, rapids. Rapids is the drama of waves coming and crashing over the rocks, and every wave is different. So it's that drama which is associated to day people, which is also associated to people who are even numbered. If you like the stagnant water of a lake or dam, then that shows that you're still a contemplation person. So you still could be a night person with an odd number, favorite number. So think about how you went with that example. That's not my design, by the way, but I do add to it. But there are a lot of psychologists out there who use that test to identify the personality traits of people that go to their clinics. Okay, I've studied I've studied psychology for about 8 years now, okay? So I hope how did you go with that? Okay, how did you go with that? Well, let's get off that now and let's go to tarot. We're finally getting into our tarot. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, one card is what I'm asking for today, and it is a card that we all need on those of us that are in my own frequency. There you go. That's a nice way of saying it. Those on my own frequency. A card that we need for the next coming week. Okay? One card for the next week, please. And while I ask them to throw me the card, because I don't throw us a card, it's up to them. Okay, Dilla, remember when you showed me my spirit guide through email? It was the cutest little squirrel monkey. Made me so happy to see him. Thank you so much, Dilla. Okay? Thoughts on subliminal messages? Yes, they're out there everywhere, and I've just gotten my card. I don't know if you saw it flick, but let me bend down and get this card. Okay, here it is. Oh! Okay, there's my card. All right, I'm just going to put the cards over there and get my deck out. Okay, so here's the card. So you can't see it. I'm going to change it. Let me look it up. It is 19 in the major arcana. If you know your cards, XIX, which is 19, it is the Sun card. Wow, it's the Sun. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's have a read of what this is saying for us today. The Sun is one of the most positive cards in the tarot. Thank you. Well, I just gave you a couple of ways to raise your vibration up. For it brings happiness, success, and triumphs, excellent relationships, a happy marriage, contentment, prosperity, and good health. Now, that's the other thing I spoke today about how to heal ourselves, right? The sun tends to shine favorably upon any situation. Isn't that what I said? Even the bad things in life, guys, look at them as an opportunity to be grateful for. The more we say thank you in our days, I've only just said this in about the last half hour, the more we say thank you to even the bad stuff, man, the opportunities that come to us because the sun card is playing. I love it when I get cards that relate to what I'm talking about, okay? Pardon me. The sun tends to shine favorably upon any situation. And I can't make this stuff up. I'm going to show it to you. The sun, where is it? The sun tends to shine favorably upon any situation. Isn't that what I just said like half an hour ago? You can't make this stuff up. When this card is present, it is important to make the most of its favorable aspects. Wow, I love it. I love it. Okay, the sun card. All right, now I've got my lovey-dovey cards here, so let's just incorporate one of these little guys. I love these cards, my little love dove cards, little lovey-dovey cards. All right, one card, please, for all of those that are listening that are on my same vibrational stage. Okay, all righty. Okay, let's just go down. Okay. Sharon Green, odd idea. Do you ever worry as a psychic that you're wrong? Is there judgment against you? Sharon, look, now, I just got the card. Look, it's just flicked. Okay, I've got the card. It's that one. Sharon, good question. Do I ever doubt myself? Every single day. But I have to trust her. I hear her. Out of probably 14 hours a day that I'm awake, if she spoke constantly to me, it'd probably be about 2 to 6 hours a day that I hear her talking. She's virtually been non-stop, hasn't stopped talking since we started talking today at 8:30. So that's about an hour and 20 where she's virtually not shut up. I hear her standing like she's about 2 or 3 foot just over here to my right. And she's got this high-pitched voice. And she keeps, I'm sorry, no disrespect, okay? No disrespect. I'm just explaining how you sound so people know who you are, so they trust that you're coming through, okay? Alrighty. Love protects the young from harm. Oh, I haven't had this card since the beginning of the jabs came out. Isn't that a funny one? Love protects the young from harm. So what can we do right now? Now, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this. Is an elderly person still young? Yes. Have you ever heard the word young souls? Right now, there's a lot of old souls on the planet dealing with all this crap. But we've also got a lot of newbies here as well, trying to make their way in a world of insanity, learning the big lessons in life first, so then they think, yeah, let's soldier on through this. So there are young souls here in elderly people, right? Don't just assume someone's young because of their age. That's the message I'm getting from her. So love protects the young from harm. This could imply the ignorant, the uneducated. Love protects those who don't know things. More rumble. Rumble, rumble, rumble. We need some rumble videos for this card today, right? We look at the last 2 years. How many people just lied down and just dealt with it? Yet we get so offended and we put so much energy into our football games on a Friday night where our team isn't winning, or we listen to the Kardashians or shows that I don't watch, like Love Island, The Bachelorette, all those type of, what I call, in my own personal opinion, drama TV shows to make us drama and to not look at the seriousness and the depth of who we are. It's all trivial. We look at ourselves in this situation, and there's a lot of people out there right now who should have stood up 2 years ago that didn't. They're now learning, why didn't I stand up to this? We look now at what's happening in France. Please go research what's happening in France. I can't say too much on YouTube, okay? But these people are the ones who have worked out, we should have done this 2 years ago. We should have stood up and done this 2 freaking years ago to protect the young. I'll just tell you, because I've just told somebody, our biggest Brisbane hospital put out a 30-bed stroke centre just for kids under the age of 16. When do kids have strokes? Up to 2 years ago, never. But now they're getting over 30 new patients a day. But the problem is these kids have got to stay in hospital for the duration. Some are there for a few days, some are there for weeks, some of them will never leave. So if they're getting over 30 people a day, and it's only 30 periods, and some of those people are in there for 2 weeks, where are all those people going? Where are all these kids going? Other hospitals? Yeah, I know a nurse. She told me there's kids sleeping on the floor with sheets wrapped around them because there's no beds available. Our governments need to be accountable. They need to be transparent. And most of all, they need to start to be, I dare as I say it, honest with what they've done in the past. You know, I always say don't just judge somebody by what other people say about them. You know, not everyone's perfect. We all have faults and imperfections. But I will tell you, there's certain people right now in America doing their utmost to hide the mistakes that they've done, that they're trying to get away with. And they're trying to put a certain person in jail, if you know what I'm talking about, because he's going to release what they did wrong. And the best thing about if they do try and put him in jail, that's now a precedent where he can go and get them, and they will go to jail for what they're doing and done in the past. So, but who are we in our pajamas, sitting here with our cocoa, watching the news? What can we do to change that? I'll tell you how we change it: by not paying attention to it, by watching shows that make us feel good, and most of all, by going out our front door and creating that wealth of grace within ourselves. So then it emits from us like that pheromone that I always talk about, and it goes to everybody else on the planet. It attaches and creates this big world of love. Okay? Alrighty. Thoughts on subliminal messages? They're out there, Shani, and it's funny how I just read that message out of all the others. I just looked straight at it. Subliminal messages are everywhere. Do you know that TikTok videos, it's designed by China, TikTok, and it's now out. Be careful. I just heard her say, be careful. A certain country monitors every single thing that person does in their whole life because they have TikTok on their phone. Every time you move to the north, it knows where you're going. Every time you get in a car, it can tell by the algorithms of your heartbeat through the health apps on the phone. It knows when you're driving. It knows when you're excited. It knows what you're watching on TV. It knows all your online banking details. It knows if you drink alcohol. It knows if you gamble. It knows if you're having sex. It knows if you're in a relationship or cooking dinner. Is that what you want other people to know? I don't. That's why I don't use TikTok. But as soon as we look at the possibilities of what we can create, circle represents eternity. The universe represents infinity. And scary to those who do want to be in charge of this planet, right? Okay, I think I've said enough there. Let's keep going. Oh, dear, do you ever worry as a psychic that you're wrong? Okay, yeah, well, guess what? I don't ever self-doubt myself. I always go within. Sue says, hi, Linda, do you see me doing sound healing? And if so, will I be able to help my daughter who has autism? Sue! Get yourself one of these off eBay. Oh, my God, they're only $20. Okay? It's the 528 tuning fork. Oh, I live by mine. 528. See it here on the bottom? 528 tuning fork. And it sounds like this. So you hit it on the side with this little dot. This comes in the packet, right? Because they come together in a packet. I wave it around my head and it goes, whoa, 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 what a world, what a world, what a world. Should have worn my Spaceballs the t-shirt again today. Yes, if you do want that Spaceballs the t-shirt that I had on last week, or any of the other crazy zany things that I wear, because they're all unique, because that's who I am, right? Go over to T-E-E, Public. Do a Google of T Public. There's a search bar at the top. You put in like whatever, like I've got the Prometheus t-shirt here. You know, if you know the movie Prometheus, it's the USCS Prometheus, which is the ship that Charlize Theron was on in that movie. Oh, I love it. You can get all your Spaceballs movie stuff there. My name is Barf. Barf. Our government suck. Yes, Sharon Graham, so not an American. Okay. Thank you. I've got healing forks already. Yes, the more you do it around her, the more it's going to create the energy. And the more that you say to her, honey, please repeat after me. You are gorgeous. No, you say, I am gorgeous. And then she says, I am gorgeous. I am healthy. I am healthy. So then your brain hears you say it, but it also hears her saying it. So she, in her perspective, she hears you say it, and then she says it. Now, let's go there to a little story about a vacuum, door-to-door vacuum seller. This door, remember the old door-to-door salesmen, right? He went door-to-door selling vacuum cleaners. And his manager pulls him up one day and he says, I've got an issue. And the guy says, why? What's wrong? He says, you're selling 200% more vacuums every week than everybody else that we've always got. What do you do differently so we can train the staff in how to do what you do? And he says, simple. I make the homeowner use the vacuum because it's proven fact. If we watch somebody do a task like, I don't know, folding a fitted sheet, bed sheet, if I watch a guy folding a fitted bed sheet, my brain just goes, bleh! But when I myself am the one folding that fitted bed sheet, and I accomplish the task of getting it into like this somewhat square little thing that I can put in the cupboard, my brain says, oh, now you can do it again. See the difference? So this salesman going door to door with his Hoover vacuums or whatever the hell they were, he'd turn up and say, knock, 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 do you mind if you use this vacuum and tell me how good it was? Because as soon as they see all the garbage that it picks up, they want to buy it because they see that what they themselves have accomplished by using it. Bingo. So that is how we make our brain do and create new habits, routines, etc. for our future. You've got to actually do it and then be proud of yourself and reward yourself for doing it, like that dopamine that I was talking about last week. So then you can then start doing it as a routine over and over again. So then it's something that you're really good at. So the more that we say, I am healthy, I am fit, like I'm sitting here now, my chest, it's like I nearly called an ambulance this morning. I was in that much pain. Couldn't even get a breath in. Just that expansion of the lungs hurt my chest. So I thought, damn, I need an ambulance. But then I just said, no, this is not my being. This is not my usual pains. Nick off. You have no right on me. I give you no consent, and most of all, I give you no power to do this to me. And the more I said it, the more that pain was gone. Right now, I feel like I could run a marathon. Okay? All right. So, Carla S., if in Australia, have you spoken to my aged care? Don't know what that's in relation to. Okay. All right. So let's just go back up a little bit. Nobody will help me, and I care for 3 8-year-olds. Okay. So manifestations of the light. As soon as you say, look, you got to look at the words that you've just put there as a comment on one of my videos. Nobody will help me. I want you to rechange that and say, nobody helped me in the past. Because will means future. I will go shopping today. I will be healthy today. That's future. So take that will out. No one will help me. You're creating all this on your own shoulders, believe it or not. So as soon as you say, no one helped me in the past, but from this moment forth, people will help me, you'll find that you will find somebody who's going to come through with the goods for you, because this is how it works. Okay? Simple manifestations of the light. Okay? Okay. All right. Shana Head. Yeah, I met a mum whose 2-year-old had a stroke the other day, but she said it could have been from bacterial meningitis. Bacterial meningitis is actually on the 9 pages of that F company's adverse reactions to a certain medical procedure that people got in the arm. I've seen the 9 pages, and it's absolute BS. Pages long. That's how many adverse events, the different illnesses, diseases, etc. people can get from that thing. Okay? I can't tell you how many people I know that have died from cancer. They were in remission. People who haven't had cancer for 15 years took one of the things, and within 2 months, they're now stage 4. How does that work? Oh, telomeres. There's evidence out there that shows that in that jab, there was telomere enhancers. Telomeres is our aging process. So that what they're doing is they're using us as guinea pigs. So then we are the ones that they're testing all their immortality drugs on. How to make our telomeres not age our bodies, if you know what telomeres are. Okay? So there's a lot of information out there about telomere enhancers. You know, certain people like Bates with a capital G, he's out there. He wants to live forever. So he's trying to reverse the aging process. So is that in these jabs? It's only a question. Is it in there? So they're using us as guinea pigs to see if we age. So once they can analyze how to make us age really fast, like bringing on cancers that we shouldn't have for another 20 years, bringing on strokes that we shouldn't have until we're 90, bringing on dementia and all this stuff in 12-year-olds now, because that's all our telomere enhancers. So all this stuff, because once they know how to do it, they can work out how to reverse that process so people live then forever. Do you seriously want someone like Bates to live forever so he never has to do his life review? I think that's what they're trying to elude. They're trying not to go and process all the stuff they've done in their life. They want the money that they've got now. And I'm going to be honest with you, kudos to them. Kudos for wanting it. But I'll tell you something. The universe always wins. The planet always wins. And nature always wins. You can't mess with the universe. You can't mess with the planet because it always realigns itself. And most of all, you can't mess with nature. Wow. Okay. Yeah, paranormal experience. I'm having trouble getting this message through to people, Linda. I feel for them. Knowledge is a key for change. Exactly. Oh, I like your little. I know that their hands doing a heart, but it looks like Batman. Now, the reason if you're here today watching and you didn't hear very previously, do not email me. My email has crashed. Okay, I've got to sort it out tomorrow in business hours. So please don't email me. Okay. I will do an update video when it's sorted out. It's either going to be my email's back or my email's gone for good. Sorry if you emailed me, but I haven't got it anymore. Here's my new email to send stuff to. Okay. So that's how it's going to be, guys. Okay. All right. Have you done your MH70 video? V, I actually said it at the beginning, which, hello, I've been talking now for about an hour and a half. The MH370 video is going to be done. The problem is that the more I research into it, the more people are contacting me, giving me more stuff that proves what I'm saying. So I dare do it yet in case more information comes out that substantiates further what I'm going to say, or who, should I say, caused it. We all know 3-letter country. Unicorns. Oh, yeah. Unicorns sitting amorously. There you go. We all know it's them. Come on. But there's a lot of proof. Yeah, if you've watched the MH370 show on Netflix, please go and watch it. I know it's long. They draw it out because it's a couple of episodes. But the last episode, listen to the French lady talking, okay? I've actually taken photos because that's going to be in my video. So I'll give you a little Easter egg of what's coming. Okay, where's my photos? Okay, it's back up here. Oh, okay, here we go. She saw a lot of debris in the water between Malaya and Cambodia. Okay. Now, it is funny. And here's a photo from a plane. Look at all that debris in the water. So this is a plane looking down at the water. So this is a couple of 100 or 1,000 feet in the air. And look at all the debris, right? And then we've got this one. So she's saying all this debris was here. Only 100 miles away is this little red dot. You know what that little red dot is? An Australian air base called Butterworth. And on that, so no coincidences, right? On that exact same day, Butterworth was not just having one drill, they were having 2 drills with thousands of Marines and Australian Army dudes. What do you think they were doing? What do you think they were doing? Because one thing's for sure, not one piece of that debris has ever been found. Okay, let's go over to something I've got here today. I'm going to show you my little crystal wand. Here's one of my little crystal wands, okay? He lives in my tarot deck. I cleanse him. I put him into a little bowl of water with some salt in it. So he loves it, okay? This is one of my crystal wands. It's got all the chakra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 6. So there's one down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there should have been one at the top, but I think it's come off. But that was chakra stones, okay? How do I store my tarot cards? I'm going to do a video. I know, I get so busy, guys. So maybe this is a good thing that my email's crashed. Please do not email me, by the way. My email has crashed. So maybe it's a good thing that I can't get into my emails, because now I can concentrate on doing some videos that I've been saying I'm going to do a video about. One of them is tarot cards, how to buy your tarot cards, how to cleanse your tarot cards, and how, most importantly, how to store and use your tarot cards. So here's the box that I've got. It's a wooden box, okay, nicely carved on the side. And he's got a nice little carving on the top, and inside he's got some red felt, and this is leather because it's a natural product. So when I get my tarots, you can wrap them up with your leather, put them inside the box with the crystal to keep them charged, energized, and then I close the lid and I put them away. So that's what I do with my tarot cards. I'm just pulling them back out because I've still got this tarot card, the Sun, to go back into the deck. All right, so let me just pull another card. So then we've got 2 cards for today. Okay, so MH370 video is coming, guys. I'm going to put all this evidence in there. Hello, they've already shared it on Netflix, so no lawsuit for Lynda. Okay, I've just got a card. Wow, they're falling straight away today for me. I got the Tower. All right, so let's have a look at the Tower. Now, what have I just done with my book? Now, this is number 16 in the Major Arcana, if you know your tarot deck. 16. Okay, it's the Tower card. Now, what I always say, guys, the higher you are, the further you fall. There are a lot of lawsuits now coming out with some really powerful people that are really high up, and they're going to fall a long way. Look how many banks are crashing around the planet. Deutsche Bank yesterday, a couple of $1 billion just wiped off the face of the earth. Bango. Okay, let's go to the Tower. A house that has been built without good foundations must collapse sooner or later. The Tower represents such situations. For anything that has been built on illusion or false beliefs is now coming to an end. Now, isn't that funny? Because my website was called area.To. Maybe this is where I changed my website to Dr Lynda Cramer.info. So that could be a personal message for me to stop that illusion of who I am. The reason why and I'm honest with people, when I started area.info website, I was actually scared to use my surname because of my association to the police. But now I just think, stuff it. Really, I think, stuff it. So maybe this is the time for me to build up bigger and stronger by being Dr. Lynda Cramer at .info, okay? Or just Lynda Cramer, okay? LyndaCramer.com. Okay? Tell me what you think as a comment, okay? Okay. This is never... V, the first thing I got was Trump Tower. We've got to remember here, guys, Trump is actually the good guy. We've got to remember that. And I know, she's telling me, people aren't going to believe this. Trump's doing the good things here, guys. He's a businessman. Look at what he did for America while he was in office. He was a businessman. Unemployment virtually down. He got the money out to people. He was building the wall to stop all the illegal immigrants. Okay, let me just go there. There's a show on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it because I saw it a couple of years ago, if it's still on Netflix. But they were talking about the illegals coming in under the Democrats, right? Because all these people coming through the border without being cleared, they were all put up in really high, expensive hotels in Texas and other states that are along the border. And they were then doing really low manual work, and they were all voting for the Democrats who brought them in. It's highly illegal, okay? You can't do that sort of stuff. In this show, they had federal officers sitting in the white vans, and they were filming the people coming across the border, and they had no authority to detain, arrest, or deport, I should say, those people back into Mexico because the government told them to let them come in. And that was under the Democrats of Obama. So you wonder why all these Mexicans are now voting for to arrest Trump. Trump was the one who wanted to build the wall because he's saying our American people in this country, we've got to look after them first. That's just one of the good things that he was doing. Okay. Mother Cinnamon, and even I know that. I love you for your honesty there, Mother Cinnamon. Cinnamon. I hope that's how I'm pronouncing your name right. I love you so much for actually admitting. But we shouldn't even have to say, oh, I'm this or I'm that. Why can't we just say, I'm one of you? Why can't we be in a world where we just say, but I'm one of you? When I was watching that Elvis movie the other day, because, hello, I've interviewed Billy Stanley. He had an NDE, and he was Elvis's stepbrother. It's on my channel if you want to go watch that. But you look at back in the 1950s where Elvis was doing all that projection with his penis up his pelvis, up on stage, right? And they couldn't have that because there was so much segregation rights going on. How backward are we now when we say, I'm black, I'm white, I'm this or that? If I say to someone, you've got black hair, as opposed to you've got bright orange hair, is that me being a racist? Or is that just me saying the colour of their hair? Good luck identifying what mine is these days, okay, because most of it's grey. But am I now going to be called a racist because I've got grey hair, which is the natural colour of my hair growing out? This is how BS'd we've now come in society. And I'll tell you who's creating it. It ain't Donald Trump. Okay? It ain't him. Alrighty. So that's why they try to make everyone dislike him. Yeah, I know. V, yes, I know his New York address is Trump Tower. I know. I've watched Trump Tower. And you got to remember, this guy's a narcissist. He's a nasty man. Look at how he treated his wives. Look at how he treats other people in the business. But the big thing is, we've got to remember, when you're a POTUS, you're not the person. You are the business. You're that corporation. You're that White House of what it represents to the people. So we can't look at who he was. We've got to look at what he was and what he did for others, correct? Okay, look at Obamacare right now and how it's going down the toilet. Medicare in America, down the toilet. I'm so sad because, I lived in America. You guys are like my second, I'm your expat virtually, I will always have patriotism to America, but I don't have patriotism to the government. I have patriotism to the people who I've met. The gorgeous people like you watching. Yeah, I can't tell you. I think I've spoken to every people in every state of America. Every state of America, I've spoken to people. I've learnt your hardships. I've learnt your struggles. And I've learnt how big your hearts are. What an honour it is for me to be sitting here in Brisbane, Australia, and I get this opportunity every day to talk to great people trying their best in a world gone mad. It's beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. So back to this Tower card. This is never an easy card when it appears in a reading because it shows a sudden or unexpected ending that may bring a sense of catastrophe or chaos with it. So now we've got to go back and look at the Sun card because it's relevant. When we read the Sun card, which was saying the Sun is one of the most positive cards in the tarot, how can you have the Sun with the Tower? Because it's all in our perspective of who is about to fall. If we live in the Tower where we're above everybody else and we're trying to create a world where we're looking down on everybody like the Tower, we're about to fall. But if we treat ourselves and retreat the world like the Sun card, where we are generous, loving, and kind, thankful, and gracious, our world is about to go boom! boom. So, of course, these two cards are the polar opposites of each other. But I look at these people in government and they are the polar opposite to me. So I'm going to just call it. I'm the sun card. You're the sun card. You may know other people in your life who are also that sun card. But I also know some people who are the tower and their world's about to crumble. So that's why we've got to be sane. That's why we've got to be careful of who and what we put our energy into. Don't watch the news. Turn off the TV, for God's sake. You know, I watched DB Cooper, Where Are You, last night. I binged on the whole 4 episodes of DB Cooper. Dan Cooper. That was the name that this guy put on his boarding pass back in 1970 when he boarded a plane in America leaving from Seattle going down to Portland, I think. I don't know. 95-minute trip it was. He gets on the plane and he gives the stewardess a piece of paper and it says, I want $200,000 and I want everybody off the plane and I want 4 parachutes. Smart man wanting 4 parachutes so they couldn't tamper with them, right? Thinking that he was going to take hostages. So, smart maneuver. So they land, they get everybody off the plane because he didn't want the hostages, he only wanted the air crew. Got back on the plane with his suitcase of $200,000 back in 1970. You know, this is a lot of money. And then he puts on a parachute, jumps out the back of the plane and is never seen again. He's never seen again. Where did he go? What did he do with all that money? Possibilities are endless, right? So I like that sort of story. Not that I want to be a criminal. I don't want to be a criminal. But I like the underdogs because we're the underdogs here, right? Underdog. Now, that is a movie with a dog if you want to go watch it. James Belushi's in it, okay? I love Underdog. It's a great movie. It's about a dog and he gets superpowers. Dinklage, you know that little dwarf guy, Dinklage? He's the mad professor. And he's doing all these tests on animals. And this dog gets superpowers so he can fly and he can talk. So, really good movie. But it's when we look at the underdogs who want to change, throw your energy into that underdog and create a change here within our heart. Because then wherever you are on the planet, you know, I'm in Brisbane, Australia, so we might go to Hawaii, we might go to Texas, then we go up to New York, then we go over to Scotland, and then we go down into France and Italy, up into Turkey, across to Kazakhstan, up into Russia, down into China, the Middle East, and we're down back into Indonesia and Australia. So we're creating this big vortex of energy around the planet. It's going to succeed because it's prophesized to succeed. Yeah? Okay. Alrighty. Yes, I know this New York address. Yeah. We know that. So, do you see people rising up in Australia the way they have in France? Because I'm seeing so many people still in denial. Very good question. Let's ask her. Will people in Australia problem that the government has in France is they can only do things when it's happening. Here in Australia, they've already put in place what to do if we do that. You know, we look at what happened at Canberra about a year or so ago when, you know, they're saying it was only a couple of thousand, but it was more like 500,000 people went to Canberra. You know, we've only got 25 million people in the whole of Australia. So that's 1 in 50 was at the capital. So let's just go to that in America where they've got 500,000 people. Oh my God. So if that's 1 in 50, do the math about how many millions went to the capital in hindsight. Look at it that way, right? So they used direct energy weapons that day because there's footage of it. All the telecommunication towers were shut down, so they couldn't video or to make phone calls about what was happening. There's so much footage there about how many people had blisters all over their face from these direct energy weapons. I wasn't there. I don't know if it's real. I'm only going by the footage and the photos and the testimonies of who was there. Was it true? But who am I to say? Was it true? Because I'm in Brisbane. Canberra's like a 6-hour flight from me. But at the end of the day, Australia's putting it in place so we can't do that. Why do you think we've got gun controls here? Yeah, they knew 20 years ago to stop us having arms. I saw a post the other day in America right now. There's a queue. What is it? Every second in America, someone's applying for a gun license. Every second. There's something to do with gun licensing in America. Oh, my God. So what does that tell you over there? I don't really want to think about what could happen in Australia because it's too horrendous. But we've got to just keep calm, relax, stay loving, be kind, and most of all, don't put your energy into these people. We just had a major election here in New South Wales. Perrottet got out. We've now got the Labor in. Ain't a good thing in my view. She's telling me it ain't a good view. Whatever's going on there, it's not a good thing. Yeah. Welcome to the world of madness, right? So how do we get through it? We stay loving each other. So let's now do a ruin stone. I haven't done ruins for a while. Okay, ruin stone. 1 stone, please, for those on the good energetic level, the same as I am, on the same frequency. Oh, it's down in here. Let me go get it. It's making a little noise down in the corner of my bag. It's that one, I think. No, it's not that one. Okay, keep digging. Oh, it's right down in the corner. Okay, it's right down in that corner. Okay, it's you. You. Oh, hello, you. What? Oh. Let's go there. Let's go there. Okay, let me just find it. Is it that one? Is it? No, it's not the X. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so it is that one. Okay, so it's this one here. It's not an X. It's that one. All right. So this one is now thieves, and it's the need. All right. First of all, the need. I always say there's a difference between needs and wants. Needs are things that we need for our survival. Wants are things that I want a bigger house. I want a bigger dress. I want a bigger car. I want more money. Right? So needs. Things that we need for our survival card. This is what I'm saying it is. The symbol of postponement, setbacks, waiting out a difficult period of learning. So we've got to remember, guys, now is the time to create what we want. Now is the time to be happy, gracious, and more giving to others. Because, we just had the Tower card. There are delays. Things are crumbling. But it's all about the sun too, whether we allow that to enter into our own energy field, right? So I've got 3 dot points here for this little ruin stone. The first one, a signal to think twice before taking major action or implementing a new project at this time. So remember, when banks are crashing, it's not a time to invest, okay? It's not a time to get a loan because interest rates are about to go up. So think about other ways of doing things and holding off and being patient, okay? Obstacles, which can be emotional or physical, may appear to be overwhelming. So don't let things overbear us. Go for a walk. Go out into your front yard and admire a weed. Say, wow, look at you. Admire a tree. Watch a bird flying overhead and saying, I am as free as that bird. Okay? It's all in those little things like that we're going to get through this. However, says the third dot point, with focus and determination, success can eventually be achieved. Now remember, that's the sun card, okay? The sun card. Think about what the sun does for half of the cycle around the sun, the sun card. What happens to the planet? Half of us is in daylight and half of us is in darkness for half of the duration. So half of the world is going crazy nuts, whereas half of the world right now is blooming. Which side of the fence do you want to be on? You know, this is the question of the day. Which side of the fence do you want to be on? The more negative we are, the more we get offended, the more we judge people and say, look at that stupid idiot, or the more privileged we feel. Let me just go into a tangent. My daughter's learning to drive now. We drive to the end of the street, go around a corner, we come up the side street, which takes us up to the main road, because my street is a no-through road. At that intersection, there's a pedestrian crossing. So my daughter came up, she stopped right at the line where she was supposed to. And the lights just changed. So there was this long row of cars coming. So she had to give way to all these cars. But then this guy on a wheelchair, you know those motorized wheelchair things, he comes up, and because our car is over that pedestrian crossing, he's having a Mickey fit. You can't park over pedestrian crossing. And he comes around the back like, oh, it's such an effort. I've got to maneuver my wheelchair around your car and go back up the ramp. Whose issue was that? And I'll tell you, it wasn't mine. My daughter was doing the right thing for her learner's permit. She stopped exactly at the line. He wasn't even there. She was giving way, happy to go to school. But this guy was trying hard because of his physical outbursts to inflict us with all that pain, misery, grudge-filled emotion that he had on his shoulders. Wow. I try and teach my 16-year-old how to respect the elderly, how to be kind to people less fortunate than us. You know, but when you've got a screaming maniac who's just got the weight of the world on his shoulders, who are we to judge anyway? Because we don't know what he's been through, right? But at the end of the day, the more we're kind, the more we're generous, and the more we don't allow this energy to enter into our own. So in the car driving to school, I was putting up my protections around me and my daughter. You've got no right on me. Go away. That stays with that guy, and I hope and pray that man sorts out why he's so bitter with a total stranger driving to school. Why can't he say, wow, this kid's got the whole life ahead of them. They're at school, they're in their uniform, they're driving to school to make their life better. But is so consumed by how his own life turned out. But is that a reason to blame everybody else for what's going on in theirs? So the more we're kind, the more we just don't be bitter to other people. And the more we say, you know what, guys, I love you regardless. Because the world's gone to shit. Wow. So, guys, I've now been here over 2 hours. Today, I'm not asking you to email me. No. Please don't email me. My email has gone down the toilet. So what I am putting out there is my PayPal link, okay? I only accept donations from people who wish to help me pay my bills. If today has helped you at all, please make a donation to my PayPal link, okay? helps me do what I do. It helps me be online, and most of all, it helps me get my internet back on right, because it was a 3.5 hour yucky. Okay, the world's always been bad. We just see now. That's exactly right. So, guys, now Shani Campbell, is there a reason why I see 11111 a lot? Yes, there is. It means that you are now waking up to the messages that are coming to you. You've probably seen these numbers all your life, but now it's only that you're aware of it. So stay in your awareness. Start pausing and just looking around you. And you say, there's my bottle of water, there's my phone, there's my computer mouse, there's my computer screen. Hello, there's my box for my tarot cards. The more we're aware of everything going on around us, the more we are then energetically aligned with the vibrational level that we want to create. The more I look at my tarot cards, my little lovey-dovey cards, the more I say, well, I want to use these and bring happiness to others. So I've just said the word happiness. I want to be happy to others. I want to be happy. Oh, I want to be happy. I want to be. I am creating this happiness now for my future just by being aware that I've got my little lovey-dovey cards on my counter. Okay? All right, guys, I'm getting off here for the day. Please don't email me. If you want my books, please go over to Lulu. I've got all 4 on lulu.com. Search Lynda Cramer, LYNDACRAMER, and you can get my books on there instantly, okay? Otherwise, if you liked anything today and it's helped you at all, please make a donation to PayPal, because that's how I support myself these days, okay? Yeah, so that's me. Thank you so much for everybody. Please stay tuned to tomorrow when I have the update on my emails. Thanks all for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.